Alright, welcome back, pimps. This is just going to be a quick video because someone in the BTA Discord server asked for this. Fucking mushroom forms in it. Based off the design by the Carbon Atom 01. There's that video from like fucking 2011. It's pretty much the same design, just made a little simpler with the addition of BTA blocks to make it a little more efficient. Like, instead of using redstone torches that burn out easily, we've got lamps here. These torches won't be... whatever. They're just helpful for telling when the water is running. Which will be any second now. The rough design is pretty much exactly the same. I've got a little notepad file saved that has the dimensions of everything, so I'll just put that in the description. This obsidian here is to show you where the water splits, so it splits here as well. We've got assorted mushrooms on the middle strip so that there's a roughly equal amount of mushrooms being produced. Carbon Atom instead used had like red ones here and brown ones here. That'll work too, who gives a shit. The redstone is the part that I've simplified a lot. I think he had it running like underneath here somewhere, whereas I've just made it ugly as sin and made it just run straight into the piston. Like, this is the block that powers the piston. You can ignore this was just for testing. This piston holds up the water here, and this is the main gist of the mechanics. There's a little platform here that I've left kind of open so we can see it properly. It comes down here, hits this block, and that block causes it to split. Probably not necessary, but I don't know. If it doesn't need to be there, then I guess you don't have to put it there. Crazy. And then it just comes out through here, washes down here, and takes out all the mushrooms. They grow pretty slowly still, but the advantage is they still grow during winter and autumn, whereas wheat slows the hell down. And because it's so big, you get like over a stack each time that you run it when it's pretty much full. So it'll keep you sorted for quite a while, just at very irregular intervals. And, oh yeah, so the lights, if you've seen the old video, he explains that mushrooms need light level 12 or lower to grow, so this is 14, 13, 12, and the rest are like 11 or so. Oh hey, another mushroom. I think that's it. Just remember to put this repeater here so there's enough power for that. This is quite simple. This is the exact same setup that he had with the different little troughs of water to direct mushrooms down into here onto the pressure plate that tells you when they're... Oh hey, one grew. It tells you when they've been like harvested and collected. You can probably speed up this section by putting ice underneath. I think I did that. Yeah, I did. It just makes the mushrooms move a lot faster than without, for obvious reasons. And yeah, I think that's about it. Also, tinted glass is very helpful for... Oh, what the hell? For if you want to build it outside while still being able to see in. Like, it looks nicer this way, but also you can do it the cheapskate way. Here's the survival shroom room. A sneak peek of my little fucking world. This is outdoors, but I forgot to bother digging up, like, well, I've got a lot of basalt. I could make heaps of olivine if I wanted to, but pretty much all the tinted glass is here on the mechanisms, so that I can see, like, oh yeah, is that still working? Yeah, the piston's still there, it's still working. Ow. There's my mine shaft. Getting distracted. So, yeah, I didn't bother putting tinted glass in because it doesn't really fit the build, and also... Wow, we survived. And also, just like, it's a bit expensive when there's like this above, so it'll be a bit pointless. Anyway, sidetracked. The tinted glass is just very helpful because it blocks out sunlight. So you can keep a view of the sky and look into your build, like there, without having to sacrifice any mushroom growth, because you can only place them next to each other when it's like level 12 or below. These are spaced out to make them grow more efficiently, because I don't have very many of them. But like, in the creative world, when I had sufficient mushrooms, because it was in creative, they would break if I placed them next to each other because they were exposed to the sky, so you need to cover that up and make sure it's light level 12 or below. And I'll just quickly show that it works in here as well. Blue lamps for the water, because water is blue. Yep. And things to note, probably include these in the description notes, but you've got to build this out to 7, so that there's that one block here that comes down and spreads across here. This one I think is also built out to 7. It's just for efficiency's sake, really, so that the water also flows all the way. Whereas if let's just use this, I'll put this here. So that's why 7 is useful. And I think that's about it. Like I said, the redstone is way simpler like this. You just have this ugly little strip going in here, powering that block which powers the piston. The piston is the only moving part, aside from the water if you count that. And so yeah, it's very simple. And this pressure plate here also stops the water, so you don't gotta worry about that. Yeah, I think that's all. I won't be showing how to build this because it is tedious, so instead I think you can just infer from this section of the video and pausing during the creative section what the rough build is, and like I said, I'll put the details in the description. Bye bye everybody, bye bye, bye bye.